Oh, Mary.
And we're live.
Hello, everyone.
Catherine Hepburn. Welcome to the Flash.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Flashpoint. This is an after show of the Flash that we cover here on that hashtag show.
We do.
So, I'm sorry. My name is Daniel, and to my right is as always, the lovely Bryan.
I am a boy. My name's Bryan.
Etc.
Yeah.
Right. And
If you didn't split, you have no idea what I'm talking
the
about.
always amazing Sarah.
Oh my God, thanks. Hi.
So guys, what we do, we discuss the recent episode of The Flash. We do it every week, and we will continue to because you guys love it. And this episode was pretty good. I did like it. I did like it.
I did too.
Yeah. But even before that, we've got to go back to something real quick. Last week.
What's up, Cringy? Hey, Blackwing.
Hey, what's up, people?
Hey guys.
Hey, Jalen Glover.
Jalen, Blackwing.
Last week, Sarah.
Oh yeah.
You mentioned that you met someone that's in the DC TV universe.
I did.
Right?
Yes, I met Jeremy Jordan. and he's just as dreamy in person. So I had people reach out to me asking for proof, being like, "Girl, you said you took a photo, so now we got to see this photo."
Well, because you know how it works. If there's no picture, it didn't happen.
Then it didn't happen. Guys, I met Jeremy Jordan. Here comes the picture.
Oh, there it goes. It's already up.
Did it happen? Did you see it?
I saw it.
Did you see
it? I saw it. I felt it. I know it happened.
Okay.
So that's
So
cool.
he was super nice.
Oh, look at that.
Boom, it's up there.
Okay.
If you want to see it in all its glory, go to my Instagram, Roguetastic. It's on there. You can see it. And tell him I love him, and I just want to sing a duet.
That would be amazing.
Oh my God! Also in the DC universe, I'm just gonna go into this.
Do it.
Jerry O'Connell is apparently your best friend on Twitter.
He is like my best. Well, it's on Instagram too.
On Instagram. Oh yeah, that's
awesome.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's awesome. I got to interview him. Oh God, like not this last WonderCon, but like the WonderCon before. It was a while ago. I could have my timeline wrong. And what happened to all those interviews is they got corrupt, which happens.
Yeah, true.
Because everything's on digital
guys.
cards and things like that. It sucks. And unfortunately, his interview was one, but we're trying to like get it back. And once it's back, it will go out there because it was a fantastic interview. And since then, like I tagged him in our picture together, and I followed him, and he then followed me back, and now he likes all my stuff, and I'm like, is this what it's like to have a celebrity friend?
No. It's not only that though, because also besides liking it, he'll retweet things.
Yeah.
He'll reshare stuff. Anything
cool dude.
that he knows is buzzworthy that you put out, that he knows you want shared, he automatically shares. That is ridiculous. I don't have any person that's like that.
Me and Joe's apartment, guys.
Oh my God.
Me and Joe's apartment.
But
Funny, Christian Damon on Facebook said he met Jeremy Jordan randomly last month.
Oh really?
Christian, where did you meet Jeremy?
Yeah, where did you meet him? Where did you meet him?
Tell
That's
me.
interesting. Speaking about meeting stars, though, also recently, Bryan, you had an interview with a lot of the cast from Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
Because once again, Jerry O'Connell is Superman on that. But you did have an interview with Matt Ryan also.
Yeah, I got to meet Matt Ryan, who plays Constantine both from the TV series and in the animation series.
Wait, so not the quarterback of the Falcons?
No.
Oh my God!
Check out the hashtag shows. Social media, I actually introduced him as Matt Ryan, the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons, and then he walked off pissed off.
The dude.
No, but he was joking. He played along with it. He was
so
cool. Like he was so down to earth. He was willing. He was like so willing to do it. Even though like the first time I actually messed up, I said the wrong team. I was like, oh my God, this is the wrong team. Everyone's like gasped. I was like, okay, yeah, I obviously don't watch sports that much. But then he was like, oh, I'm cool. He's like, I'll do it again. He was so cool.
But who did you pulled some info about something that he's gonna be doing for CWC? Didn't you?
Oh yeah. They're doing a CWC Constantine show, which he's voicing a regular series, and I'm not sure if it started already or not, but he's on board.
Oh,
so we are getting more Constantine.
Oh, which is cool because the CWC, if you guys aren't checking it out, I mean, I know they have like some shows and they're stealing them from everywhere else, but the cool thing about it is like they had the first one they started with as far as the animated one was Vixen, and it is good. I'm sorry, it's really, oh my gosh, forget about it, watch it. Watch it, it's actually good.
Christian Damon on Facebook said he met him at NYC.
Oh, on your trip?
Yeah.
So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Stephen Halen on Facebook? It's one of my homies.
He's beautiful, right? He's so beautiful. But
Stephen Halen is beautiful.
I'm gonna tease this a little early because we're talking about CW stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have some CW news that we can't talk about yet.
Ooh.
But we will be talking about it on next week's episode.
Uh-huh.
And it has to do with the CW's superhero universe.
And it's exclusive.
And it's exclusive.
You know what?
To us.
At the end of the episode, can we at least get you to tell us what the topic is?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
By
we
the end-
hang out for a little while.
By the end of this episode, at least you guys
I
will
will-
know
Yeah.
what the topic is that she knows.
I will give you the secret topic that's in my brain that they don't even know that I know because I've got the in.
That's good. Well, yeah. She's a plug. She's
Yeah.
a plug.
Hey, Ryan Ninja Steel, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, that's how our days were.
Yeah.
Doing great. Thank you.
Oh man, my
Hey,
day was,
that's awesome.
it's raining here in LA. I don't know if you're in California.
Blackman said he loves your shirt.
Oh, hey, my God! Someone else said that earlier.
And that you're always amazing.
Thank you. I look like a picnic blanket, so I
Don, love
appreciate
your
that.
shirt, too.
I look like a picnic table, so I'm gonna lay out somewhere and see if people eat off of me. But that's later.
You're
That's my thing. That's
So,
my kind of thing.
So
Can I
Desert-
keep going with a couple other flash news?
Please.
Things that we're
Yes,
kind of excited about?
Please
about?
break it
So,
down for us.
Robbie Amell is coming back.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So excited for that. However, they just released some information about it, and he is coming back as coming back.
Well.
As a, don't people at me,
I
Josh.
should go back.
It's a month.
As a,
It is a month.
okay,
sorry.
let me read
I'm sorry.
this. Robbie Amell hinted last month that he will be back on The Flash, and it is now confirmed by the executive producer, Andrew Kreisberg.
Ooh.
We are getting an Earth 2 version
Okay.
of Ronnie, and who actually went down a dark path. And the quote from him is, "We are beyond excited to have Robbie back on The Flash. You can't keep a good firestorm down. Only this time, he's back with a twist. A deadly Earth 2 version of our beloved Ronnie in the form of Deathstorm.
Deathstorm is back.
Deathstorm
back.
is coming.
So that means he's probably gonna automatically look at what's her name, Caitlin, and be like, hey, you're Frost, Killer Frost, right?
Well, because Caitlin's
Let's
gonna
team
be
up
like
He'd be like,
hanging
"Yes,
out with
come
Julian,
to me,
and he's gonna get a
backside."
little. Maybe I don't know. Maybe on their Earth they're not together.
Ooh.
That's possible.
Or they could be like a superpower.
Or maybe he was like banging Killer Frost, and it
Yeah,
was
I mean, well, because that's they said
because
before.
Earth 2 Killer Frost is dead, right?
Yeah, now.
So
What's up, Chris Perez?
another character that's coming back
Oh yes.
is Boyfriend, whose name I never remember because I don't care enough because I don't like him. But Iris is
He's Eddie Thawne.
Edward Thawne is coming back, and we have his actual tweet when he posted to let us know that he is coming back.
Okay,
with
cool.
him and Candice and Grant. Is that popping up, producer Josh? Okay,
We'll
so
come up in a second. But that's a cool thing, though. But he is coming back, and also what I
Yes.
did hear.
awesome.
What else is? I hear that he's supposed to also have powers this time.
That's
That's what the rumor is, but we don't know for sure.
That info hasn't come out.
What's the tweet say?
All it says is I'm back. And it comes right after the news of Ronnie coming back, of Amell coming back, and that's all it is. And then I've got this sexy photo of him being like, "Sorry to tease you, but," which is so ridiculous. But that's all the info we know. It could be another Earth version,
Blackwing brings up a question. So Deathstorm is back? Didn't Zoom kill him on Earth 2?
See, I'm saying that's what I said.
I don't
but
know.
they're saying he's coming back.
Maybe
with a
that's
twist.
the Flashpoint.
You can't keep a good one down. But I'm
Yeah.
thinking Flashpoint could have had ripples through all Earth.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of the ones we're getting as a ripple. He's a temporal anomaly. That's a
Except for
look at
Supergirl's
me.
Earth.
Temporal anomaly.
It's you.
Goddamn, I'm so
So
smart.
fly.
Dimensional
fly.
I know. Look at me. I happen to know about quantum physics today.
Well, we're going to ask about physics later.
Amazing.
But a little bit more news.
Yeah, so Paley Fest is tomorrow?
Starts February 8th, tomorrow.
Yes.
No, actually it starts in March, but February 8th is a big important day for DC TV Universe because tomorrow is when DC is going to announce who they will be at least dispatching there for Paley Fest. So people from Flash, people from Supergirl, people from even iZombie, which no one really talks about, which is a great show.
Well, because they haven't come back on yet.
Yeah, true, but they're never going to merge with the rest of them, which I think
know.
they need to.
Sad.
I think just once.
The show is so good.
Go to her. They can even write in where there's like, hey, we've got a forensic situation, and here she comes, and I'll eat a brain and whatever.
I
I don't know.
brain.
Maybe she's Speedster. Who knows? But it could happen. But anyway, they're going to tell who's there, and that's where you're going to find out a lot about what's happening for, upcoming episodes.
Jezza speculates
of course,
maybe it's
Flash.
Saboteur.
Ooh.
Maybe Deathstorm. I don't know. Maybe
Deathstorm.
that could be a part
That
of it.
could be.
Maybe Eddie is
Maybe I'm misreading what
Saboteur.
you're saying. You can
I don't
explain
know.
better to me, but
Things
Yeah,
are
I don't know.
happening in the universe.
Lycan's like, oh no, Eddie's coming back. He's better. You better stay away from Iris. Jezza's like, it gets to the point where I just accept things that happen now.
It's true. You're just like, I don't know. I guess it's happening.
Time travel,
We
different
get-
dimensions.
We
like,
get alternative facts, and that's fine.
That's fine. Alternative facts.
You
I'm
know.
going to go into that later.
Yeah.
Musical info
music-
on the musical
yes.
front.
Are we going musical now?
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so I have a lot of photos for producer Josh, who's taking over for Ernie right now. So Joshua, if you could get Jeremy Jordan, not the 1990s singer, but Jeremy Jordan from Supergirl's
Oh my
tweet
God.
up there. It is his first day on The Flash, so that means they're filming the musical episode.
Boom. Booyah! And that's cool.
excited.
We already know what's his name. Darren Criss is going to be the music meister.
Yes.
We also
Like a
know
giant
that.
Glee reunion.
Yeah. We also know that
Rachel
the-
Bloom released titles for the songs that
Yeah,
she wrote.
that's right. That's right.
So hers is called
have it.
Super Friends,
Yes.
and it's gonna be a comedy because
Yeah,
it's Rachel
it's
Bloom.
comedic. Yeah, exactly.
Duh.
I'm already ready for
And
that.
then the La La Land writers
Ooh,
have
yes.
given us the title of their song. It's
What the
Ben
timing.
Plastick and Justin
Oh.
Paul. The title is Running Home to You, and it's going to be performed
Boom.
by Grant Gustin.
running home to you.
Which
So
okay,
it's-
speculation,
Oh, you
guys.
could be like, I'm
exactly,
coming home.
speculation. Now, is he gonna be singing that? Of course. Do you think to Iris?
To
Or
Iris.
could it be something concerning Joe?
No, that's dumb.
Because Joe, poor guy, he's all left out. Everything's happening, and they want him to sing. I wonder what he is gonna sing though.
Joe's going to sing something. It's going to
I
be glorious.
wonder what he's gonna sing. It's gonna
Jesse
be-
L. Martin.
Oh
Melt
my
heart.
gosh, it's gonna be like DC's.
I'll cover you.
Oh wow.
Sorry.
It's gonna be like DC's version of Hamilton. I
I
can't
just
wait.
went to
can't wait.
rent.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
I agree with Chris Perez. That musical episode is going to be crazy.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be
be
ridiculously good, man.
Yeah.
Come
Jezza
on.
brings up, he's still confused about the time remnants. A little off topic, but
We were talking about that actually earlier. The time remnants and
Wait,
how
what?
they go back and
Like, what happened to
he has to convince himself to die or something
Oh,
like that.
dude,
Like
yeah, see.
I don't get it either. It's
Oh,
just something
man.
I accept as fact, and I just go with it. Like if I need them to
see.
explain the
DC I
science,
trust.
like
In
even
DC
in this
I trust.
episode, I needed more science,
Right.
and I'm not gonna get it. So I just have to accept things as fact.
Okay, I can go with that. I'll accept that because it makes sense.
It's a TV show, not real life.
Please, because I'm tired of people going deep into it. But then I have something I picked on in this episode anyway.
So ridiculous.
I don't know. I'm not saying I don't want to tear it up, but I'm just pointing that out.
So that's all my awesome
Okay.
Flash news for the week.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot.
That
There's
was
so
a
much
lot.
going on with this show right now.
There
and
was a lot. And to make sure you guys keep the conversation going as far as everything else that's happening with Flash,
Yes.
you guys can make sure that you tweet us on Twitter if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Use the hashtag FlashpointTHS. You can do that there, and you can do it on Instagram. We're always on Instagram. You can follow us at that hashtag show on Instagram or our personal ones. And, communicate with us, because trust me, we will communicate with you.
Absolutely.
And while we're here right now, we're all live, we're all together. Flashpoint Army, share this episode right now, if you can, with friends. If you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, share it with your friends.
Yeah, let your
Get
friends know,
other
please
people.
do.
Yeah, get other people in on this, and let's have a conversation.
We need more ideas.
Yeah.
Figure this out.
Truth of the matter is there are a lot of Flash fans, and everyone wants a moment to be able to say their theory, their thoughts, and they want to share it with other like-minded people. It would be the best thing to do to share this with them.
Put it
Tell
on the
your
Reddit,
friends.
on the
Boom.
Twitters,
On
the
the Twitters,
Instagram.
on the
Share it
Instagrams.
right now if you're watching on Facebook. It's just so easy. Just click a share.
Boom.
Flash is so
That's it.
hot. I even saw a meme this morning of the Flash outsmarting Batman.
Oh, really?
And it was an actual Justice League episode or something. I never saw that one. I was like, whoa. And then Batman was like, yeah, who could predict you?
Yeah, see?
And I was like, ooh,
That's
damn.
fair.
And
Awesome.
kind of tying into what happened in this episode, because of that, it's because he tried a new ability or something with
Right.
his abilities he's never done before,
Because
which
he's
Batman never thought of.
crazy.
Hence, he was able to trick him.
Oh, that's not bad,
Which
actually.
is pretty cool that
There
he
it is.
tried something new in this episode, but we'll talk about that later.
Right.
So, do you guys want to start talking about the episode? You want to break it down?
Can I go into my poll that we left over last week?
Oh, yes! I knew you were going to, because that's what I was waiting.
I promise we can go to the episode.
That's what I was waiting for, because I was like, I know
we're having a huge conversation about this.
Oh,
so I'm putting out there on Twitter who we think will die May 23rd, 2017.
Yes.
Because we had our own theories going on. The chat room had its own theory going on. And I'm like, you know what? Let's see what other Flash people think. So the options that I gave, and it's going to pop up for you, was who will die May 23rd. I chose Iris, Joe, Wally, or no one. It's a trick.
It's a trick.
Like the Flash likes to do. So if you can see from those poll results, Joe, no one thinks it's Iris. 0% think it's Iris. Okay?
Right.
50% thinks it's Joe. 10% says it's Wally. And 40% says no one.
No one.
It's a trick.
Wow.
So it's either Joe or a trick is happening.
Okay, so people are expecting Joe.
I
think possibly it may be Joe. We did talk about it before, and I really think it may be Joe.
Yeah, the discussion, I think you brought it up originally about the idea of Joe. That convinced me. I wasn't thinking Joe until you mentioned it. So I wonder how many views were persuaded by Sarah's opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Jezer actually was also saying the same thing.
Yeah, he was.
I remember that. So shout out to you, Jezer, because that was smart. And you jumped on the bandwagon with Sarah, and the rest of the world apparently is going along with
50% of us.
We're going to have another poll, actually, that we will be putting out in a bit. And you guys, trust me, you can take the, the poll's down, started going. But trust me, you guys will have another poll coming up soon that you guys will be able to get in on. We will bring that up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay,
now Daniel Plaid King.
Yeah. But I actually saw a comment from, no, I got to do this. Okay. Hashtag family asked a question, which is, what are you drinking, Bryan?
Oh, I said Coke.
Screw that. I'm not drinking just Coke. I'm drinking Coca-Cola in a coffee cup because there's Jack Daniels in here.
That man.
Which I want Jack Daniels to somehow become the actual, the official. I would love that. You know what? That would be cool if they can become the official sponsor or drink of the Flashpoint. In fact, Flashpoint Army, you guys have power. There are so many of you. I plead to you. I plead because we need Daniel to have free alcohol. So what I want you guys to do is just tweet them. Tweet at them. And make it a big thing. Have friends join in on it too, and just say, "Congratulations, Jack Daniels, for becoming the official sponsor of Flashpoint." And just say at Flashpoint THS. Just hit them up ridiculously. I want their social media intern to be like, "What is this?" And then finally come to us and give us free alcohol. So do that because it can happen.
It's so funny.
You guys, man, I'm telling you, dude, these things can happen. Twitter fingers can become trigger fingers, guys, and you guys can make it that real thing. Because free alcohol is great. So help the Plaid King out. And just simply do that.
Oh, Lord.
Congratulations.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Okay, now we're into the next episode. I'm stocking in the alcohol, please.
Hashtag comically large bottle of Jack, says Virgo. The Scourge of Carpatha.
How dare you?
Carpathia.
It's not the Scourge. Let's go into the episode. So, this episode was interesting. We had a lot that happened. Just going through it at the very beginning, what was cool for me, right off the bat, was the foot race.
It was fun.
Come on, that was cool. Flash versus Kid Flash. But Flash did kind of cheat.
He did not cheat.
Dude, no.
There were zero rules about phasing through
shit. The rules was using their abilities.
Yeah, the rule was to
they didn't
get
say
there
what abilities
from point A to point B the fastest. It didn't say how. He used Flash powers.
Okay. I'm going to ask a question then. I'm
ready.
If they had a regular, just actual speedster foot race without phasing through things, just a track of 10 miles, because, they're quick as fuck.
So they're not allowed to use any other powers besides running.
Besides running. Who do you think would win?
Well, Wally. We all know Wally's faster right now.
Well, at this point, it's supposed to be Wally.
It's supposed to be Wally.
Yeah.
Hands down.
But in the comics, it's always Barry.
But Wally's getting a little cocky, and so Barry had to knock it down a little bit. Look, bro, I can do shit you can't.
Yeah, true.
Son, you only got tornado arms.
So let me do this thing that's going to be a plot device later. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, it was cool, but I was saying...
Really cool.
If
that moment,
off the He was kind of like, dude, that's not fair. What are you doing? How do you do that?
You know, life's not fair. Wally, life isn't fair.
But from that moment, we lean into seeing exactly, mapping out what's going to happen later in the episode, which was cool. I get it. They address a plot point immediately. But from there, we get to see that, there's a murder that's taking place.
A murder!
A murder. Clutch the pearls. And we get Papa Joe. Papa Joe's over there with Barry, and they're doing the forensic work, and the body is falling apart, like just
mummification.
Yeah, exactly. So we get a hint into who our big bad is, which didn't really receive a bad guy name.
He didn't get a name,
right?
right?
He just his own name. That was it. It was Clive Yorkin.
Yeah, we had someone in comments mentioning too, like, man, this week's villain was lame.
He was.
He was.
I mean, his powers and everything was really powerful. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was like OP.
Well, yeah, like you said, yeah.
But
the villain storyline in this episode came like third to everything else that was going on. This episode was a weird filler, but moving the story forward episode. Wally had to learn more powers. Okay, so how are we going to do that? The way Barry always learned is on his feet. So
that's right.
So he was basically ends up in some crisis that forces him to do it, and that's what eventually happens. And then we have the whole teaser at the end of where the story's actually going. Yeah. So it was just like this.
So it was
I don't know. For me, it was like the weakest episode we've had so far since the show's been back.
Okay. It was pretty formulaic.
Yeah,
I mean, that's it. It was just like,
but it wasn't even like typical Flash formula. It wasn't like it wasn't even meta of the week.
True.
That's true. It was like mini meta of the week.
Yeah,
it was like half.
But then again, we had mini meta of the week, if you really think about it, with as we call it, broke Deadshot. poor man's Deadshot, plunder or whatever.
But that episode was way better.
Yeah, but still, he was just halfway meta of the week. And he wasn't even a meta. It was just like, hey, I'm the big bad. Not really a big bad, but hey, guys, I'm here. Yeah. And that was it.
No, I'm just laughing at the comments.
Guys,
Alan's like, after Flash, I like Quicksilver. Quicksilver's cool too, bro.
Come on.
Quicksilver got a TV show.
Oh, well.
Like this show needs more rogues.
He had a couple of shitty movies.
Yeah, that's true. The show needs more rogues. I mean, we've got a rogue every. Well, yeah, we could get more.
Meta.
Well, we got the metas, and then after that, if we don't have a meta, we have rogues. Next week, we're gonna have a rogue, which we know for sure. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah. That is true, though. More rogues would be cool.
One thing Shan said Shan Narain in Facebook said, I think Barry's gonna get Kid Flash to save his GF, cause seems he's getting stronger faster. And might be the only one to take on Sav with his superior speed.
Yeah. Well, that's what Barry's like setting him up for. He's even changed it on the board. He's got it like.
We even talked about this idea last week.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. That Kid Flash right now is being set up to save Iris.
Well, you use that formative word that I said
tragedy.
before.
Set up. Tragedy's gonna come.
I feel it is a setup, and I think the tragedy is the point. I told you guys what I think. I think somehow there's gonna be some hole that opens up. Maybe what's her name will show up.
The bounty hunter.
The bounty hunter.
Gypsy.
Something I didn't think about last week, and I thought about all week, and now that you've said her name, I've thought about it again. Has no one thought to maybe use her and Cisco to fucking stop Savitar? She stopped Wally in his tracks.
No, but what I'm saying is I think
and if you use both of them, and they have portal powers like that game, they could and like zap him somewhere.
I told you guys.
Because double vibe.
They're gonna show up. They're gonna open up a portal, and then here comes Wally. I'm gonna go push you in, and then he's gonna grab Wally and pull him in. They're both gonna be lost in the time force.
You think it's Wally?
I'm telling you, that's it. I'm telling you. That's what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be like, Wally's gone for a little bit of time.
Every episode changes.
I'm not gonna lie, I will be totally fine if Wally leaves.
Oh my God!
Why are you so upset? This show is called The Flash. This show's like called Kid Flash.
Oh my God!
That reminds me of the quote that Barry says to him, and he's like, I'm still called The Flash.
I'm still called The Flash.
Yeah.
Remember, I was like,
points it out that way. That's true. But so. God,
why are you so upset? Okay, we're gonna go to this poll that I did during the episode.
Okay. You know what? Let's bring it in. Bring it up now. Bring it up.
Bring it up now. Josh, could you have this poll prepped, please? please.
Because since we're going to talk about it, we might as well.
Gypsy was fit.
There was
so much, like, Kid Flash. Oh, the girl loves Flash. And then Joe gets put in the
she was
opinion.
so in on it.
And even Wally's like, yeah, Dad. Which one would you choose? So I decided to go to the Flashverse and put a poll on Twitter. And it only lasted the time that the episode was on so that we could have the results.
Exactly.
So, you ready? It's up. Where do you stand? Are you Team Flash or Team Kid Flash? I'm going to say that the Twitterverse agrees with me. 84% the Flash.
Oh! How many people voted?
We had 114.
Out of 114 people, how much?
84%.
Team Flash.
Dang. We all know where loyalty is.
Well, we all do. You know what? To rock the boat, I voted Kid Flash. Just to rock the boat. Just to rock the boat. And I'm seriously Team Flash.
Joel Deckemeyer says hashtag Team Kid Flash.
See, there you go. I'm saying let's rock the boat a little bit, guys. You know, I mean, hey, we got to look forward to the future. That's all I'm saying, you know? Barry, hey, you're great, Barry. You know, you can face the walls, but guess who can do that now, too? Kid Flash. Yeah, your old hat, buddy. That's all I'm saying. No, I'm playing.
No.
Virgo brings up a good point. How uncomfortable was that date at the coffee shop?
Dude, that's horrible. I mean, for Joe, it was very uncomfortable because he's sitting there like, well, here goes my current family and hopefully my future family. And who do I side with? I mean, am I siding with what I'm going to be, you know, taken care of? Or do I side with the ones that are, you know, bringing heartache to my life by marrying each other?
But he was so cute, though. He was like, all right, I got to Wally, go get me cream.
I Wally, go get me cream. She was like, oh my God, Kid Flash. I touched myself at night. I was like, God,
he's all like,
calm down. Yeah. He was so.
How cool is he?
He was like, yeah.
Tell me more about how awesome he is.
And she was just going in on it, and there was not even a moment where he was like, oh, don't stop. He was just like, don't stop. Tell me more. It was awkward. It was definitely awkward. And all that conversation happened right after, of course, where everyone is starting to hear about Clive Yorkin and his pretty much. Well, they first called it like they said it's kind of like radiation in a bit, but then they found out it was more than that, and that was his power was pretty cool, and I wish they went a little bit more on it, but they chose to leave out of it, and that's fine. But so now Clive shows up. Right there at the dinner.
At the coffee shop.
At the coffee shop. And
he didn't want to order the Flash.
No. Yeah, right. And that coffee shop was that set piece at least. They're using it because they used it actually last week on Legends of Tomorrow. Just a tidbit. It's a little tidbit if you guys didn't pay attention to it.
They were hanging
movie magic.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Magic. Yeah. And it's actually that coffee shop too. Apparently that's a big time coffee
Team
shop.
Jesse Quick. Oh, I missed that one.
Oh well, yeah. Jesse Quick.
Anyways,
we'll get there.
We're gonna get there.
Don't jump too far ahead.
No. But so with that, he shows up and he starts making some very cryptic references, talking about how there you are, Joe. Look at you. You don't have you have more life in you now, and that's when we start to realize this meta, or this at least byproduct of alchemy, is a little bit different than the other ones because he seems to have a full knowledge of everything from Flashpoint.
Well, I thought the other ones did too.
I thought they all had like little tidbits.
I thought but that's the whole thing. They got their powers back and they remembered their
old
life.
It seemed like every villain that got their powers seemed to somewhat remember.
Yeah? You think so? This one, I don't know, he just felt like he knew so much more. I thought they were going to go into something and say, well, he doesn't have a double. They actually somehow pulled him. Because that would make sense why all of a sudden, what's his name, thought, oh, okay, we've got all of them. We've got every one of them. Like, Julian was kind of like convinced.
He forgets.
But, he can't remember.
Well, the thing is, that's the difference with him, though. Like, he goes into like a blackout zone where the other ones wake up.
So the question to me is, how many of them are there still?
Dude, there might be quite a few.
Yeah, because I remember bringing it up when we were watching. I was like, how many cultists were there at one time when there's alchemists and
none of them died. They were just there.
Yeah, there was like at least 4 I remember. And then I only remember maybe a couple of them getting taken down along with alchemy or something.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
And then there's another guy that showed up.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so many. I'm thinking they could still have a freaking meta army.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know that's possible.
But I mean, if Flashpoint really did change everything, and there were already a set amount of villains and whatnot there, I mean. Who knows?
Who knows?
Like they all got changed.
Yeah, that's true.
Lex Luthor's probably different too. Over a few towns over.
Yeah, he's like, I'm bald and I'm upset for no reason. Yeah, who knows? But
he might have hair.
Yeah,
that's true.
Dreams.
He's a redhead.
Rosenbaum.
Hey. But speaking of just Clive and what he was doing, of course, so they tried to shoot him, get rid of him, they can't do it, et cetera, et cetera.
Those bullets disintegrated as soon as
they
they hit his body.
That was cool. That was cool. He has full control over his power. Thank God. Because
Julian said one more. He said one more husk.
Yeah. See, okay, and that was interesting.
I missed that.
That was interesting. I missed it. But so he says one more husk. So that means
So he's the last one? Or there's one more? Jezzer, please.
That's a good question.
Clarify.
I don't know if there's one more or... that's a good question. But there was, of course, another victim. After everything was said and done, Clive gets to go away. And it was Julio Mendez, who was... Julio! And he was essentially the captain in the other...
but he was the Earth.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's
What's up, Junior Felix?
Right? Hey, what's up, Junior? I love you, Junior. I miss you.
What is it? He did a sitting on the dock of the bay that was transcending.
Oh yeah, apparently. But we find out that since it was so transcending, he got transcended into death. Because that's what happened to him. So that made good sense for me. I was down with that.
And then Iris, like you mentioned this last week with Iris. She's set to die on the 23rd, supposedly.
Yeah.
But can she interrupt that by being stupid?
Yeah, can she actually change? Because the thing is, I'm telling you, what's set in time or a fixed point in time is her death. The time really isn't the thing, and I think they're not paying attention to that. And she's over here trying to play Russian roulette, I'm not
it's not my time. Another few months.
Yeah, it's not my time. I can die anytime I want. So, okay, probably that is your set time, but you can be maimed. You can miss an arm because you were about to miss an arm today. Yeah. You were about to learn today. Because, she jumps in front of him, and ready to go ahead and fight with him. It's not my time. And see, that's the problem. When you got a sassy black woman, you can't tell her nothing. And she gets, it's not my time, and I do what I want, and you can't tell me nothing. It's my hot body. And then he just grabbed her arm. Slightly. That was it. He was like, oh, yeah, take this, Beyonce. And then you saw her arm.
Very much like the, don't move me.
Yeah, it was. It was like playground stuff. Yeah. And boom, right off the bat, you saw it, she starts to get it. And then she freaked out. Stop the cooties! And that's when she figures it out. And that's when she's like, oh my gosh, maybe I am kind of wrong. And then, of course, we have to worry about her brother saving her and bringing her in. And
I'm just seeing the delay of Daniel Sassy.
And then from there, we figured, I was a little bit of Salt Bay. It was like, cling, cling. And sure enough, we get Kid Flash that has to rescue her, take her back, so Caitlin so they can figure out, just like it is with a zombie apocalypse, you've been bitten and the virus is going through you, well, we could cut your arm off, or we can freeze it and slow down the process. But now with doing so, we have to worry about Caitlin.
Caitlin giving into the frost. Okay, maybe I missed it. So if someone out there can explain to me, or maybe this is just one of those facts I'm supposed to accept.
Right.
Why do Caitlin's powers control her?
I don't get that.
Why, if she gives in to her powers, does she automatically have to be evil?
Does it really make her mind cold? Her personality
cold? Is she an ice queen all of a sudden just because
Did I miss that? Because right now she's so afraid of becoming someone she's not, but shouldn't she have the choice?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because she wasn't turned by S.T.A.R or alchemy. Hers is just, it's a power that happened to show up that way, right? Mm-hmm. She didn't come out of a husk. So she wasn't going to become, because of that, she becomes evil. No. So it doesn't make sense why. They're just your cold power, you're evil. Yeah. And they're like, your cold power makes you evil. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Me either.
It makes none at all.
You're like, cool, I got frozen powers.
That's it.
I can be Elsa.
That's it.
Let it go.
Yeah, see,
I'm making an ice castle and shit, doing my own drag numbers.
Yeah. But does anyone have an answer for that? Because I really would love to know. But
no
I don't think anyone does. No one does because the thing is...
Jezzer did confirm he believes there is one more husk.
Oh, okay,
Just
cool.
to go back on that.
Okay, so we got.
They were talking about Impulse a little bit, and Kid Flash, and Bart Allen,
hold on. Let's slow down for a second.
Because there's some like licensing things and why that's different with the comics and the TV show.
Oh yeah, there is. There's actually a big licensing issue concerning that, and why you can't go ahead.
Because like, wasn't that Bart Allen on Smallville? Said Virgo. You know, Chris is like his name was Bart Allen.
Bart
That
Allen,
is Impulse.
That's right.
That was his codename in Justice League.
And Bart Allen was on Smallville.
Yeah.
And their version of the Justice League on Smallville.
That's right.
With the guy from This Is Us as the Green Arrow.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding.
Who my car is named after. It's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. You know, my green car is Oliver Queen, and it's named after Oliver Queen from Smallville.
That is really
You're
cool.
welcome.
That is really cool.
Fun
My
fact
cousin has
about
this like
Sarah.
blue Mazda,
Yeah.
and she calls it Mega Man. It's so cool. It actually somehow looks like Mega Man.
Nice.
Yeah. Name your cars, kids.
Yeah, I named mine, but
Over
it has
your
nothing to
latest
do with comics.
obsession.
My
car is green. I felt it was
No,
fitting,
I mean,
and I was
mine-
obsessed with Smallville at the time.
Yeah, it's cool. I was obsessed
And he was
with
a
the
beautiful
show.
man.
I was obsessed with a show called Alias. So I have this symbol from Alias, which I bet none of you watch.
I watched
it's a symbol,
Alias.
the Rimbaldi symbol. It's on the back of my car, and it's like a tramp stamp
We
on the
have
back
Victor
of my
Garber
car.
on the flash.
Exactly. So I call my car Sydney.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this makes it cool, you know, whatever.
And we
That's
digress.
funny. And we digress.
And I'll name my car Konosuba.
Oh,
My
now
favorite
you have to go into that.
anime right now. It's kind of perverted, but it's awesome.
Oh, God.
Look it up.
It's kind of dirty, but trust me, you guys will love it.
It's tasteful. It's so funny. It's so good.
It's perverted, but
Konosubarashi
tasteful.
sekai ni shukufuku o. That's what it's called in Japanese.
One more time?
Yeah, please.
Konosubarashi sekai ni shukufuku o. But they just call it Konosuba.
One more time?
Konosubarashi sekai ni shukufuku o.
Got it.
I'm turned on. So, moving from there.
I know a little Japanese.
A little bit.
I can do the theme song to Sailor Moon.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not going to do it right now. But let's
No, oh my God,
No.
you can't say that.
can't,
and then,
but we got things to do. I'll do it later on a separate video.
Maybe we can find a way to entice her.
in fact, on the next episode, I think we'll just open the episode.
Leave
with
comments.
singing.
Let
That'll
us
be
know.
so good.
It's like I'm like on like I said it and now it's pressure and I'll just forget all the words. It'll be a thing.
Oh, it'll be a
It
thing.
just
You
has
don't
to
trust me.
happen.
You don't
It'll
have
happen
to
naturally.
Okay, fine. So Keiynan does freeze the virus in the arm, and she has to keep it at a constant cold because if she doesn't, then of course she could end up frostbite, the nerve endings, etc., and they may have to have a zombie situation and chop off that arm. So they're worried about that, and with that being the case, they have to still go ahead and find Yorkin.
Yep.
So of course, while they're looking for Yorkin, the dick that he is, throws down, and this is where he gets kind of like, I've got a mustache, I'm a bad guy. Instead of putting a woman on the train tracks, instead of putting the women on, instead of putting a woman.
Muttley. Who's that guy?
Muttley, oh yeah.
I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about. He wears all the purple and he's like,
But instead of doing the whole thing where he
What's up, Denzel on Facebook?
Ooh, what's up?
We got one. We got a good question on Shan. Just to go off topic a little bit. Hey, you think there could possibly be a crossover event from Batman? Not Gotham, but an older Batman, or something closer to what's happening in Rebirth between Flash, Batman, and if not Batman.
There's more. See more.
And it says see more.
There you go.
It's not Batman.
And if not Batman, maybe some other character. Let us know.
That's a good question.
I don't know anything about that, so I'm gonna.
Well, concerning Rebirth, there's a fight going on right now between Flash and Batman, and that's one of the between Flash and Batman, which is cool right now. But there's a lot going on in Rebirth. Oh gosh. Well, as far as like introducing the Watchmen back into it, and they're the reason why. New 52 happened, and it wasn't really due to Flashpoint. There's a lot going on in Rebirth, but and you guys actually can check out a video concerning some things that are happening in Rebirth here on that hashtag show. Javier gives a really good breakdown concerning some things that happen in JLA versus Teen Titans, which is pretty cool. But moving on from it, I don't know. We did kind of slightly discuss about Flash meeting up with Batman, and I'm glad that you did mention that not Gotham, because we do know, of course, since he's young, I was still running that through my head.
And it's Fox, they're not even related.
It would never happen. But as far as them introducing their own Batman into it,
I think it would come down to rights and like money.
See, and that's the thing. And I don't think they will.
Fox might have exclusive rights because of Gotham right now for television rights or something like technical like that.
See, I think that's going to be the whole thing, like we said earlier with Impulse, licensing right now is a big deal.
Chris Perez asks, how many Speedsters are there? There's going to be a lot of them. Well, there are a bit. We may touch on that later towards the end.
Oh, yeah.
Like Speedsters on the show or Speedsters in general?
In general? Oh, my God. Speedsters in general.
Because in the show alone, there's been a lot already.
There's been like 5 on the show. Because we have Barry. Okay. We have Wally. We have his dad, who was
Jay Garrick.
Jay Garrick. We have Zoom.
Yes.
And we have
Jesse Quick.
Oh, so we have 6, and we have Reverse Flash.
And we have that would be Edward.
Reverse Flash. So that's 6.
So that's 6 right there.
On the show.
On the show, but in the comic there are so many more. There's Impulse. There's
Bart.
This other one. Bart. Oh, and Savitar counts as a.
Oh, Savitar, so 7.
That's 7. Oh my gosh, there are way too many.
7 on the show alone.
Too many Speedsters. I feel every time when it comes to the comic, a new writer jumps on and they're like, oh, how about a Speedster that does this? The one thing that Barry hasn't figured out how to do. Yeah. So they need a Speedster to represent that. And so they always end up writing it in, and then it becomes a big thing. And
Savitar was from the corners of the DC library.
Yeah, exactly. Savitar is like way back.
Ryan Ninja still had to add some compliments for us. Hey, Bryan, I want your shirt. Thank you. I got it at a con, actually. Yeah. Daniel, looking fresh, looks smart.
Hey, thank you.
And like your shirt, Sarah, you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, man.
Who is this?
You're dope.
Ryan Ninja Steel Thomas.
Shout out to you, Ryan. Shout out to you. I love
Chris
it.
Chris says he threw out a few, so don't confuse Barry with Bart or with Wally or with Jay or Jesse Quick or Excess or Inertia or Zoom or Reverse Flash or Max Mercury.
Oh yeah, Max Mercury. Oh my God.
There are so many Speedsters, says Black Green. Yep. Dude, there's a ton.
That's a great
look at the face.
Oh yeah.
Kelly! Hi!
Hey, what's up, Kelly?
Jeez.
She's a fellow hashtagger, Cranky Cupcakes, follow her.
Well, see, that's the weird thing about it. Shout out to Kelly. Also, while
I know there's
all the comments.
Denzel's got a good discussion on Facebook.
I have a question. Do you think Fire will show up since Keiynan is struggling with her powers, but Fire helps her, and they become the crime-fighting female duo Fire and Ice?
Thank you. Fire
Who is
she's
this?
a green.
What is this?
She's a green character. It's like
she's
green Fire. She's green. It's green Fire. But Fire, I was thinking about that, and I don't know if they're gonna want to do it because they have Firestorm in that universe already. They don't want to like just kind of screw it up and put more fire elementals. I think they're just gonna stick with just saturating everything with a bunch of speedsters. Just being honest. I think that's what they're gonna do.
I don't have an opinion because I don't know anything about it.
It would be dope though. It would be really cool to see her there because right now we don't really have a fire elemental, even though we're gonna get Robbie and Mal showing up soon. So it would be cool. It would be cool. And man, I don't know. I would be excited for it. I love how we're getting
there was the rival. Forgot about
the rival.
We
do have the rival.
That's right. So 8 on the show.
Dude, we are just growing with the numbers.
Who said that?
Blackwing mentioned that.
Blackwing.
He said there's evil speedsters, the rival, Reverse Flash, Zoom, Inertia, Raspy, Savitar.
I gotta say shout out to you guys. I mean, the Flashpoint Army, you guys are doing amazing. Awesome. Make sure to keep looking like we're doing now. Keep that conversation going. You guys can hit us up, like we said, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, even here on YouTube. Make sure to use the hashtag FlashpointTHS. That's how we'll know that you're talking to us, and we will speak back to you. And please, like I said before, share this video. I mean, this literal video right now. Just click share,
on the YouTube,
send it out, make your friends get on there, and we can have a conversation. Trust me, we're shouting you guys out right now, so you can be the star.
And you know what you can say is like, guys, you got to watch the show because the next week they've got exclusive CW television news.
Oh, that's very true.
About. I'm not going to tell you.
No, but you said close to the end. At least you will.
I will.
You will.
A little later.
You won't tell the thing that we're going, but you'll tell the subject.
I will tell the subject.
You'll tell the subject.
Of this
very important.
CW television superhero news.
See, and it's something you guys won't get anywhere else. Trust me, you guys are gonna find out right here.
Right here. Only
and it
here.
will be tonight.
Not any other Flash after show.
No. Throwing shade. Just a little bit of shade. Just a little bit of shade.
I'm just gonna drink my tea.
drink your tea. Cheers, guys. Jack Daniel shout out. Okay.
Where do we stop? Oh, we're talking about like Caitlyn and her powers.
Yeah, Caitlyn worried about the whole thing. And here comes Julian with that beautiful speech.
Julian is like her person.
Julian, like you said earlier.
Julian's her Sandra.
You totally called
Julian is her Christina. Julian is like the woman from the Hulk. What's her name?
Betty. He's like Betty to her Hulk. He is, because he's like, hey, calm down. Yeah, pretty much. I'm telling you, that's why she calmed down. It was like, girl, calm down.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, what?
He just leaned in and he was like, girl, I'm going to give you some of that D. Oh my God. And she just calmed down so quick. Like, oh my God.
I am so okay with this being a relationship because I like that she didn't take his shit.
No.
She was like, I understand why Barry didn't like sharing a space with you because you're an asshole. It's basically what she said to him.
And she calmed him down with it. I love it because it's like,
like, oh, okay.
She can put him in his place.
Julian.
Yeah,
I
like him. I went from it not liking him because now Caitlyn likes him, and now
Draco
you
Malfoy.
like him. I've turned.
Look what happened. Draco Malfoy, Tom Felton will always have a magical place in my heart. I will never not like him.
Did y'all notice that Julian cosplayed as Constantine this episode?
Oh my God!
Who was it? Was it you? Oh, brought it up. I was like, oh yeah, he looks like Constantine.
That was so good.
He's kind of a jerk like him too.
Yeah, true. That's right.
Yeah.
That's true. But so
while
they're worried about that, like we said, Clive being the dick that he is, and like I said, Snidely Whiplash. Doom, that's the name. And he throws, instead of the proverbial damsel in distress on the tracks, he just throws the whole freaking building on the tracks. And so then they have to figure out how to save everyone. And Barry gets to do something that he's never done before, even more, which is phase an entire train with people through a building that fell. And that was dope.
I would have pissed myself. I don't even know. Like, that was so cool. And then it fed into Wally having to do something that he has never done before.
Exactly. Yeah. And that was really cool because Wally goes ahead and phases through Clive. And the reason he did it, he slices his hand.
Why does everyone cut themselves right here? And like the worst part
in
the crease?
You can't do anything with your hand after that.
No, you can't.
Just cut here.
Yeah.
This side. Like this side. How about just like prick a freaking finger?
Well, you don't do it on the back because you have veins and everything. I guess they worry about that. But I no veins.
They always do it right here.
True.
Can't you just like slice your finger open?
Yeah, that would make more sense.
I don't know. It's every show that's like, I need blood. And they just go.
Oh my God, that is so true.
They always do blood sacrifice like this, like yes.
Well, because it's easy to put a blood packet in your hand and squeeze on camera instead of but still. But I'm saying, but still, it's the dumbest area to cut. Like, I can't do anything with my hand for weeks.
Yeah.
It's like, congratulations, a month of never touching your penis.
This is how we get into the Flash alternative facts.
Oh, okay. So he cuts his hand, and using his supercharged Speedster blood, he phases through him and leaves his Speedster blood inside of Clive Yorkin. And somehow, his Speedster blood, because it's science, as what's his name, as well said, HR with his coffee. Come on.
He was like,
just weed
that's the science behind it.
Yeah, that's the science behind it.
He even tagged it knowing it was ridiculous.
He didn't even give us an answer. All he did was say, oh yeah, and so your Speedster blood got to stop him. That's alternative facts. You guys just alternative facts this right there.
You can't just science
me. You can't just science. And it's bullshit science. I'm sorry to say
the way I assume it works is like this superpower had like the metahuman, the villain, had a power of decomposing matter, right? This is like while the Flash, they have the power of healing or regenerating quick. So it's just, I see it as just they countered each other. Like he put his Flash blood in there to try to cure what he was doing, but he was trying to decompose, and they just kind of
see, Bryan, what I do need is you to be in the writer's room and have them say that, because what they told me was, hey, alternative facts, guys, that's how it works. Alternative facts. I'm like, screw you, Trump. I don't need this right now.
You can't tell me that they don't play the taxis outside game and to get their lines out. It's a real thing they do on Vampire Diaries, you guys.
The taxis outside?
Yeah, well, because you only have 42 minutes, and there's a lot of information in a lot of these shows. But there's a lot of exposition, so they play a game called, like, My Taxi's Outside. So their taxi's waiting, they got to get to the airport, they're going to miss their flight, and they got to get this information out, but it's got to be clear and crisp and concise, and then they leave.
Oh.
If you ever notice a lot of CW shows, they drop a lot of information like that.
And then
quickly,
the person disappears.
And they're out.
Okay.
So I'm saying, you're telling me that game hasn't crossed over into the Flash?
Come on, it should.
Maybe not, because they film in Georgia. Whatever.
Who knows?
Speaking of all that crossover and everything, the chat's just blown up with all these different DC characters that they think could or could not come. We've got Jalen Glover saying he thinks there should be a CW version of Swamp Thing.
I would love a Swamp Thing.
Oh my God,
There's
a DC TV version of Swamp Thing would be great. A DC TV version of Swamp Thing would be amazing.
Star Sapphire.
I would love that.
Plastic Man, is Plastic Man getting his own show? Asked Virgo.
It could be.
I
wouldn't be going against it.
Fire is best friends with Ice. I don't think Fire and Killer Frost would work, says Blackwing.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Man, maybe bring Hal.
I'm just gonna sit over here.
Yeah. Dead Man would be great.
Dead Man would be great. Now, you guys are just going into everyone from the Justice League Dark. You guys are just mentioning people. Swamp Thing, Dead Man, all of a sudden. Can we bring Constantine back? Could we have Constantine back? I would love it. I wouldn't mind.
The idea of a Rogues team-up is quite popular in chat right now.
Rogues team-up is
having
a
Rogues
great
coming
idea.
back again.
Yeah.
That would be great. But I think we're getting towards that. We need to establish every Rogue again for a second time. That's why we notice we're getting Gorilla City on the next episode. After they establish everyone. Exactly.
People are excited
So
about
the
that.
button scene. Let's go to it. I mean, right after we get everything solved, we get to see Wally trying to, okay, I can phase through it. I'm really happy about that. Opens up, and who comes through?
Jesse Quick.
And she comes through, and she's like, Grodd is there. You
Grodd's
brought
on
up
my
a
dad.
good. You brought
He
up
took me to Gorilla City. And, was Wally even around?
I don't think Wally was around during Grodd's show up. So
I'm
how
not sure
does
if
he
ever
even
met
know?
Grodd.
I know. I feel like they just froze on his face. So I feel like the next follow-up question would be like, "What is a Grodd?
What is a Grodd?
And where is the Gorilla City?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was probably just be like, oh, okay, yeah.
I'm telling you.
And then, the episode ends, he's like, wait, who is this guy?
Literally, I don't know who that guy is.
I'm ready to save stuff,
Yeah,
but...
no.
And then
he's
they
ready
gotta
to say
explain it.
stuff.
Well, Grodd was a gorilla that we had here. We were doing experiments on him, and we gave him human brain. It's totally fine.
It's totally fine. Don't worry. Trust me. It's really cool. But
Revenge of the Rogues.
with that, it's like we're getting so many speedsters, and we're getting into with that each speedster, which I read after a while, represents a different type of ability that speedsters have. So going into it, I've got to bring up a list.
Yes.
I've got to bring up a list.
Can I ask? Okay, go for it.
You want
Go ask the question.
Oh, yeah. There was a couple questions. Shan Noreen and Facebook asked, are we going to be at Toronto Comic Con? I don't think so.
I want to go. Hey,
Toronto
you
Comic
should
Con.
send that message on the that hashtag show's Facebook page to Joseph and Josh and say, hey guys, we'd love your cast to be in Toronto, and maybe they'll make it happen.
Or what you could do is tweet at Jack Daniels and have them as a sponsor, and they will send us to Toronto.
Yes.
Do it.
PAX Australia,
Do it.
Tokyo Game Show,
PAX
Gamescom,
Australia, we actually
Germany,
have. We have
Orlando.
Let's do it.
Orlando.
We have affiliates actually in PAX Australia, so that's actually pretty cool.
Denzel Johnson on Facebook asked another question. Do you think Barry is going to do another dimensional hop and meet Bart Allen from the Smallville series?
If they do it, it won't be Bart from
jeez.
Smallville. They
It
won't
won't
bring him back because Arrow is not my Arrow. It's the other
You have to
Arrow.
remember still, even though it's on the CW, there were different production companies that work between the two.
Just like Superman on Supergirl was not Tom Welling.
Exactly.
So
exactly. It's different production companies, so that's where it falls into different licensing, so it makes it hard to do. Even though it is under the umbrella of CW and DC, there are different production companies. Berlanti's company is different from the one that before, et cetera, et cetera.
They basically started these completely over. Because if you remember on Smallville, if you were a Smallville watcher,
yes.
we got Arrow's backstory on Smallville. And then Bart already had his powers, and we already got his backstory on that as well. And they had their own little version of Justice League, and Cyborg was there, and Aquaman.
Martian Manhunter was there. Different Martian Manhunter now.
Completely different.
Exactly.
The universe is basically a wash from Smallville. Nothing that ever happened on Smallville ever happened on the CW again.
Now, it could be, of course, another Earth, and that would be a great way of
That's
loophole
fair.
to write it in.
Wouldn't that be freaking great? If they went to another Earth and we got Tom Welling.
Everyone back?
I mean, what? There's Earth 1, 2, 3, and 19.
So we have so much in between. Exactly. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 19.
Can all of you tweet Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum and Kristen Craig and be like, guys, let's make this happen. Talk to your people and make it.
That's it. It'll be great. And just make sure you use the hashtag Flashpoint THS. But
So just to go back on before, Black Queen 2040 confirms, in his opinion, that Wally never was around.
Okay,
Yeah.
See, I thought. See,
he's like, what is a Grodd and where is a girl?
Yeah, but going into it once again, talking about multiple flashes, there is the flash powers.
Yeah,
and we got a list.
That was definitely a big theme of
Wally
this show.
has, it's a huge theme of this episode, and Wally has barely touched the surface.
That's right.
So right now he's got tornado arms.
Okay.
Tornado
arms.
Tornado arms, and he's started to learn how to phase.
Yes.
Yep.
That's right. So tornado arms and phasing.
Yes.
But we know that Barry can do so many things. Besides those two, we have lightning throwing.
Yes.
We have essentially we've categorized it as disguises.
Yeah,
Where it comes to the voice modulation
and the face thing.
and the face shake, so you can't figure out who
and
he
Wally
is.
doesn't do that. Have you noticed?
It works online.
Not yet.
Wally
Not
doesn't
yet.
do any of that
He hasn't
disguise.
done it
He's just
yet.
like, what up? I'm Kid
Yeah,
Buster.
he's
Take
like,
a picture with
yo.
you guys.
Not yet.
You
He
know.
just hasn't had a moment to do it yet. But he will when he has to meet up with someone that he actually met as Wally. He will.
Yeah,
Most likely.
fair enough.
That's what will definitely happen.
There's,
so
like
we
he can
said-
jump time and space travel.
True. That's right. Right. And then speed itself. And speed itself, it covers so many things. Besides just running, what else is it?
It's fast healing. He can read really quickly. He can comprehend really quickly.
Yeah.
Everything fast.
He just
Everything's
exists.
just fast.
He exists in a
His
speed
metabolism
force.
is super fast, so he eats a lot.
That's
he
right.
He can have alcohol, and in 10 seconds, he's like, it's
So
over.
That's it.
You can also do that mirror imaging thing where he
The mirror
moves so
imaging.
fast.
Yeah,
And
you see several of them.
So the question comes when it's all these abilities for you guys yourselves. How would you listen? How would you
Okay,
listen?
are we doing like a top 3? A top 5?
Do you know what? Out of the 7, okay, let's go over 7. Tornado arms,
Okay.
lightning throw,
Yes.
disguises
Yep.
with the voice modulation and the face thing, phasing through shit. Let's be honest what it is. The speed in every facet, then time and space travel, and last but not least, mirror imaging. Those are the 7 that we're going.
Okay.
All we want from everyone, because I want, besides just us cast, I want everyone. The Flash Army, I want to know your list too. Top 3.
Top 3?
Top 3 that you wish you could have. Like, if I just had these, I would be set.
I'm going...
Out of Flash's ability.
Out
So
of
we
those
wouldn't have
7
the
that
whole
we said.
Speed Force, but we could pick parts of it.
Out of those 3, I want to know.
Okay, I'm going...
Just pick 3 out of 7.
I want the basic speed stuff. So I want to be able to go super fast, comprehend stuff really fast, run really fast, fast
Okay.
metabolism, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's going to be my number 1. I'm also then going to go with lightning throw because that's freaking badass, and I want to be able to throw things like I'm an avatar. And I want to say like time and space travel, but that's also so tricky and tempting, and I feel like I would fuck shit up.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
You know, I think I wouldn't be able to like control myself. So
Right.
Yeah, I keep going back for like every other decision and seeing what each one does.
Right.
So I'm gonna say like being able to phase through things because as we learn, like that power goes a little deeper.
Cool. And what about you?
I would definitely go with number 1 is definitely just the speed package.
Okay.
If that's like running and thinking and healing,
Yeah.
if that's all counts as one, definitely that.
I feel
Cool.
like you could throw disguise into the speed package too,
Probably good. I like, it's
Okay.
like picking out
So
a car.
then what else?
All right.
and maybe
Got
like the
speed
mirror
package.
imaging too. I don't know.
What else?
Okay.
Man, I have to agree with you. The time,
Right? As cool as it would be.
that's.
Oh, come on. You gotta know.
But it's like having that power is what makes Flash one of the most powerful characters. Period.
Okay.
In the DC universe and Justice League.
All right, so you have
Powerful
2 so far?
and like
So okay, I guess I'll go interdimensional whatever travel just in case. And then the third one would be I guess phasing.
phasing.
Okay, all right.
Daniel?
For me, automatically, I need the speed. I need to be able to run, think, and heal. I need all of that immediately. I also want, for me, I think phasing. And then last but not least, I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna do the time space travel. That's it. If I can
You're
have
gonna
those
do
3,
it, no question. It's
because
just, like,
who
straight
knows?
up.
Who knows? I may need it. I may need
Okay.
it. Actually, no. Scratch that. Do lightning throw. Okay, that's it.
Also,
lightning
like-
throw, speed, and what did I say? Lightning throw, speed, and phasing.
Phasing.
That's it. Lightning throw, speed.
Like the only other kind of cool thing about like time travel is that you could do that like time remnant thing, but like.
Oh, that's true.
You know,
That's
I
true.
don't know.
But then I have to
That
pretty
was-
much pull
But
one,
we also don't
pull
really
myself out
understand
of
how that
time,
works.
pull one of myself out of time, and then have him kill himself. I don't need that power.
Yeah,
You might get a permanent you might get permanent aggro from a time remnant.
Oh, that's true. I may end up getting a Black Flash that comes after me. But okay, moving on from that. I do want to know exactly what you guys think. Yeah, I want to know what your top 3 are.
And if we missed something, let us know, because it's totally possible. We just thought of this right now.
That's it. So you guys can comment. Definitely, I would love to know.
Chris Perez says superhuman speed, time travel by moving faster than the speed of light, and accelerated metabolism. So pretty much, the speed package and travel. Blackwing 2040 said, I want lightning powers, super speed, and the vibrational phasing.
Jeez.
Time travel is too tempting.
Right.
Yeah, man,
now,
right?
what I do want, I want you guys to comment on this episode and let us know, because we will go over this next week and find out what you guys thought your 3 were. We definitely want to know.
Chris said it perfectly.
Cool.
I get to move fast. I get to move fast, time travel, super healing, and eat all I want and not get fat.
That's true.
Nailing it.
So you guys gotta be able to comment on it.
Dream.
That would be pretty cool. That would be amazing for me. I think that would be great. That would be amazing for me. Now, speaking of how we do cover last week's comments, I would love to be able to cover last week's comments, or at least anything from last week on the YouTube page. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and pull that up and discuss a little bit of it.
Of the comments, the questions, the comments, the concerns.
The concerns from last week.
Comments from last week's episode.
It's not quite time for my Super CW television superhero news. It's almost time. Or is it time? Is it almost time?
Do you want to?
Can I do
it?
it? Yeah?
Okay. All right. Let me cover just quickly the comments from last week, and then we're going right into it, and we're getting ready to say goodbye. The comments that we had last week, well, it was pretty short. We did discuss a few already.
That's one sexy Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean commercial.
So anyway, from last week,
Mr. Clean.
From last week, we have Blackwing 2040. Shout out to you, Blackwing 2040. It was so awesome to see Wally in action, Kid Flash, see them run together side by side. So epic. Also, Iris better not die, because if she dies, I'm never gonna forgive the CW, which is true. I mean, that's very true. If she does die, I don't know. I'm gonna be upset over it. But and he's.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, we already got Arrow, and that's getting negative service. We don't need Flash getting that either. Great. So actually, that's very true. I'm gonna leave that as actually my best comment for last week, because it was very true. I agree with it.
Accurate.
But what I want to do. I want to have the moment where Sarah reveals what we've been teasing through most of this episode.
Okay.
Okay. Sarah, do you think you can?
Are you ready? I'm ready. I can. It's not even a question. So next week, we're gonna be revealing some information about a new CW show.
You know what?
Its own show. Everyone's been talking about they want shows with characters.
Everybody's been talking about actually, you guys. So what show are we getting?
Are we? I'm not gonna give the official name. I'm gonna give a clue, and you guys can put it together.
Okay.
It is a color that is all the colors, and or devoid of colors.
Ooh, riddle time.
All the colors, but the color black. The color black.
You got it. Okay, right? It's devoid of color and all the colors, right?
Okay, all right.
I'm like the Riddler, guys. And it is
DC,
also
black DC.
One of Barry's powers.
One of the ones we just
discussed.
Oh my God! Black Lightning! That's it, right? Oh my God! Okay, so that's what's happening. We're getting Black Lightning.
Maybe, maybe not. You have to tune in next week to find out the rest of it.
Oh my God, that is not fair. Okay, so you just teased that we're going to be talking about. I'm sorry.
I didn't say exactly what
that we're talking about Black Lightning.
I gave you a
That's what you're saying right now.
I think we may have another post right before next week, giving a little more clues of what we'll be talking about.
Maybe.
Some exclusive news about it.
Oh my God!
And it's exclusive. You will only find it here on the Flashpoint.
All right, perfect then. Well, you guys heard it here first. Yep. We're going to give you some exclusive DC CW TV universe news about a show that is coming out. I think it's Black Lightning, but I don't know for sure. Who knows? But we will find out, and we will find out next week. Sarah will drop a bomb for you guys next week. We want to say thank you guys for watching. It was great being here. And Flashpoint Army, you guys showed up. You guys showed out. We appreciate it. And keep the conversation going using the hashtag FlashpointTHS on Twitter, on Instagram. Hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on YouTube. Comment. We do want to know what your list is for top 3 powers. Leave it in the comments below on YouTube. Also on Facebook if you want for the video. And share the video, guys. Tell your friends to get in on this. This can be big. And remember, the more people that are watching are the more people that can tweet Jack Daniels and tell them to become a sponsor for us, which I think can happen. We can make this happen. Nerds are powerful. Let's be powerful together, guys. That's all I'm saying.
Or, get Gustin on the show. I mean...
Hey, you know what? There's an old proverb that says you can get there alone fast, or you can get there complete together. That's all I'm saying. So let's get there complete together, guys. So share it. Let's make sure this is what the nerd should do. We should go ahead and make a community out of something that we love. That's the cool thing about being a nerd. Really cool. I mean, think about that. Being a nerd is just loving something that takes a little work to love. That's what's cool about being a nerd. Yeah. That's it. Not obsessing, just loving it. That's it. So with that being the case, I'm Daniel. You can find me on I'm Daniel. You can find me on all social media at @TheRealJRome _Rome on every bit of social media. It's right there below. And Bryan, what about you?
You can find me as @Bigenso on everything except Twitter. Bryan _McKinney is my Twitter handle.
He likes to be difficult.
Yeah, a little bit.
Someone actually took Bigenso on Twitter. I was like,
what? You should message that person.
Seriously. Give me my freaking name. Dick. And Sarah, where can we find you?
You can find me at Roguetastic on all of my social medias because I'm obsessed with Rogue. It's fine.
There you go. And together we make the Flashpoint THS, guys. And that's where you can find us on Twitter. And continue to watch the show. Like we said, share it. Make sure everyone else knows about it. And with that, I want to say thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week. Make sure you're here because Sarah is going to drop a bomb about CW TV universe as far as a new show coming out.
That might have to do with a color and a power.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe with us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all our social media.
Yeah.
Please, please, please. Catch us. We'll be here every Tuesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.